Welcome back to the R44 YouTube channel and welcome back to the workshop where we are modifying this G81 Touring to how it should have come from BMW, and we are fixing its biggest issue. And these are the parts that we are fitting today. Of course, we have the essential MHC front carbon fibre. We've got the CSL grille, we've got the double fin grills, and of course, we've got the Magna plates, which we will be doing a full in-depth installation of the front end and all the modifications it has. We also have a front carbon splitter, we've got the rear carbon canards, rear diffuser, side blades, wing mirrors, the list goes on, side skirts. Then we have the second part of the YouTube video, which is going to be the AST ALS adjustable lowering suspension kit. And we have alluded to these as well, which you'll find out later in the video. So like I said, we're starting on the front end, and the first thing to do is get this bumper off. Now you're just going to have to visualize it for yourself, because there are two bolts underneath the wheel arch trim that go from the bumper to the wing. So obviously taking those out now separates the bumper and the wing. Once we do that, we're going to move to the top, and then we can take the bumper off. So as you can see now, the front bumper is completely gutted. There was endless amounts of brackets, clips, bolts holding everything on. But obviously the first point of call is the parking sensors. Got to unplug and take all the wire and loom out for them. And then we move on to the center grille, which I believe holds all these brackets in. Then moving to the side brackets, we've got to take them out as well. And then lastly, the actual grills on the front of the bumper, we've got to take them out. So now it's completely gutted. Now we're going to fit the twin fin ducts first before everything else goes back on. Now, while Charlie's cracking on in the background, we are actually installing side spats, side sort of parts of the SP2 splitter. And just because we can fit them on the car, but now we have the bumper off, it just makes an excuse to make things easier for us to get the corner bolts in, because it is a bit fiddly once it's on the car. So we are installing them now while the bumper's off, and then once the bumper's back on, we will show you the installation of the middle part of the splitter, which actually replaced these sort of gloss black corner pieces on the bumper. So you take these ones off and replace them with the bigger, better carbon ones. So now the front bumper is pretty much fitted up. We've got all the aftermarket parts in the carbon in the bumper, as well as the brackets. We are just left now with the parking sensors. But before we get on with that, we are now getting into the Magna plates section of the video, which we will show you an in-depth process of the Magna plates and what they do exactly and how you fit them, and exactly what you should do when you're fitting yours. So while Charlie is installing the magnets of the Magna plates, it's quite hard to see both sides of what's going on. So if I get a couple magnets, to show you, basically what you will do is you'll have this kit, which, bearing in mind, these are very strong magnets, so you don't have to worry about when you're going up to speeds, your plate coming off, because that didn't just stick together. Also in the kit, you will get, how many of these are we getting? We're getting like 12? There's loads. You get loads of magnets for this anyway, so if you've got a shortened plate, you don't need to use as many. But this is basically what you'll do. You'll have one sticky side and one magnetic side, essentially. You will stick the magnet onto the back of the bumper, and then to ensure that the alignment is correct every single time, you will then get the other side of the magnet, which will magnetize straight on the front of the bumper. And what you'll do, you'll take the sticky side off so that you'll stick it to where it connects to a magnet, so that you can ensure when you put the plate on and the magnets transfer onto the plate, when you take your plate on and off, there's no movement as to left, right, up, down. It'll be in the exact same spot every time. Now, there is an argument to be said that they are just simple magnets. They go on the back of your plate, back of your bumper. You can stick them on with super glue and be done. That just doesn't ensure the same job. There are some other parts to this. This one being one of them that goes on the back of your plate. So when you're sticking it on and off your car, you're not damaging the paint or anything like that. And it's actually like really soft. My nails are digging into that. That's why it doesn't sound soft. Soft. So that is now the front end almost complete, and it is looking, the transformation is unreal. I think the biggest change is going to be these grills. These grills are an absolute must, because what was BMW thinking with this? Honestly, but it doesn't matter, because we've got MHC and now it looks amazing. And now we have the front splitter fitted as well. Charlie's just putting some bolts in, but as you can see, what's really cool about these, they've got like the parallel lines going up to the fins with the ducts. That's what really makes the difference, is these little detail bits going into the ducts, the sort of the parallel lines, and it all feeds in to the front of the car. But right now, let's move on to the side skirts and the rear diffuser. So while Charlie's fitting the passenger side skirt, I've got this one here. Pretty much nothing really special about them. You have some double-sided tape that you stick on. You sort of mark out the swage line with the side skirt, and then, yeah, you pretty much drill up into them through the holes that are already given on the side skirt. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to leave Charlie now to install the driver's side, and yeah, we'll move on to the rear diffuser. Right, so we have the rear spats, which are going to attach to the OEM sort of rear spats with the diffuser, and different to the side skirts, these actually use the OEM fittings. So I'm not sure, I will put an overlay. As you can see, we have these sort of push and clip fittings on the diffuser. So we'll take them out, put it through the diffuser, and then attach it to the rear side spat, and then that is it, done. But if you get these in carbon as well, which I would advise, it looks 10-10. Carbon with the gloss black is okay. I prefer carbon, 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 carbon. So now most of the carbon is installed, we're moving on to the second part of the video, which is going to be the AST ALS kit. So I'm gonna get the car up in the air now and install the suspension. So while Charlie's getting the wheels off in the background, I'm going to explain to you the ALS kit, which is an adjustable lowering spring kit. So it's not like your coilovers, and it's not like your lowering springs. They are adjustable lowering springs. So we have the adjuster here so that you have all this adjustability, and then you also get the perks of the best ride comfort as well as the best stance. So this will go in like this. It's not perfect, I'm not a mechanic, we'll show you when it's on the car. So you have all the adjustment on the spring depending on what ride height you want. So I'm gonna get the wheel off now and show you. Right, so now we have the stock struts off. This is what's getting replaced with the adjustable mount for the AST kit. We have the drop link sort of mount in there. Now, I don't actually know the reasoning behind why this is so big, but essentially what we're gonna do is we're gonna press this out so that we can separate this from the strut and replace it with the adjustable mount. Right, so the rear spring kit was very easy to install. You sort of lower the lower arm and put the spring in with the adjuster. We've set the ride height, everything like that. So now Charlie is buttoning up the rear suspension. We're gonna put the wheels on, get it down on the ground, and show you how low you can go with this AST kit. Right, so the AST kit has been installed. We're now gonna see how low this goes. This is the first time it's going on the floor, so we can see how low it goes. And you're gonna see it with me live. That's, whoa! Look at the rears here, look at the tuck on the rears. That cannot be that low. And bearing in mind, this hasn't even been ran in yet. This hasn't been on the road, no test drive, nothing. So it's gonna still get lower. That looks insane. Let's get it off the ramp. So if you did actually want to know how low these go, this isn't even your answer. They can still go lower, but we've put it to this ride height to show you how low it can go so that you can realistically still drive the car. Because if you go any lower than this, you are not driving. That's tight there. Okay, so now we've shown you how low the AST kit can go. That is clearly not safe, and that is going to chew your arches up. So what we've done now is we've got the car up on the ramp, the wheels have come off, and we're going to show you the arch clearance kit, which you need if you're going for the stance look. So here we have the wheel arch trim that is out now, and to show you what the wheels will rub on, they rub on here. So when you're turning your wheel on sort of full lock, you'll start to hear this. And that are your tyres rubbing on the wheel arch, which is no good for your tyres and no good for your OEM parts. So we're going to head over to the workbench now and show you the arch clearance kit. So this is the OEM under tray that you would have seen, and these are the problems. So whatever parts you have available to you, we use a Dremel and some side cutters to cut all of these fins out as neat as possible. And then coming over to the arch clearance kit, which if I expose it correctly, you can see that this is the arch clearance kit. Now, where the fins normally were, we have cut out all that extra space. So we've got 30-40 mil extra space in front of the wheels so that it's not going to rub. That is the arch clearance kit, and that is what you need if you are lowering your car. Right, I'm going to be honest now, it has been a couple days, but there is a good reason why, and there's 4 good reasons why actually, is this. The Z Performance ZP1s, which look absolutely incredible. We've had the tyres mounted now by Sambo, so shout out to them. And yeah, we're going to get ready to put these on the car, but they look absolutely incredible. I do not want to touch these rims, get them dirty, anything like that. So we're going to get them on the car now. And yeah, once that's all done, we're going to dial in the ride height, take it for wheel alignment. Yeah, we're going to see how this looks outside. Okay, so we are out in the finished product, which is the G81. We're on the new wheels, which gives me anxiety driving this around. But, you know, just when they're chrome and they're fresh, it's just... I just want to leave the first drive up to the customer, but we're going to take it out, we're going to do an outro, and yeah, show you these wheels in the light, because in the workshop, it's just not doing it justice. So obviously, to go over, we've done the AST kit, then we've done the full front end carbon with the Magna plates, which I'll also show you. And yeah, this car is just... I don't know if I'm getting it across on camera, but the G81 Touring, I love it. I just can't get enough of it. We've got it dialed in now. The ride height's dialed, everything's dialed in, the wheel alignment. Yeah, and it just feels so good. I can't fault AST. Whenever we fit a set to a car, it drives faultless. Like, normally I will compromise on ride quality so I can get that good fitment, but with the ASTs you just don't need to. You can adjust them how you want, and at the end of the day you're still getting OEM plus ride quality. We're going to get to a rooftop now. I'm going to do some cinematics and show you the finished product. And just like that, we're at the rooftop with the G81. It is now complete, ready to go to the customer. And can I just give it a moment just to say how good this looks with the chrome wheel? Absolutely insane. In the sun, this is going to stand out wherever it goes now. But we've got the AST kit on there, we've got the MHC front grills, front carbon duct, front splitter, we've got the side skirts, we've got the rear diffuser, the rear side spats, and yeah, the list goes on. Wing mirrors, side blade, you name it on the car, we've done it. And these are the absolute essentials if you do have a G81, because it looks absolutely insane when you do it. For now, I'm going to get some shots of this. Enjoy my time with it, and if you've enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, do all of that. Let us know what build you want to see next on the YouTube channel. As for now, we'll see you on the next one.